Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your astrological overview for week commencing the 14th of December. This week begins with the Sun continuing in the sign of Sagittarius. And at the very start of this week, there is also a right angle between the Sun and Jupiter, the planet which rules this sign. Jupiter, however, in Virgo, where it's been since August the 9th, is in detriment. It's not at its best, because Virgo is about precision and Jupiter is about big ideas, expansion, and sometimes overconfidence. And that could be an issue this week. As these two tie together, we need to be able to back up whatever statements or pledges that we make with hard and fast action. Otherwise, it could affect the way other people view us. There is also two aspects that run on from last week. The first, Uranus in opposition with Mars, is particularly stormy. If we think about it, Mars is about impulse, it's about our desires, so it's about instant gratification. In the sign of Libra, again, it's in detriment too. Here it's about trying to really balance the more negotiating vibe that Venus is the ruler of Libra gives the sign, and trying to find that balance, whereas Mars is used to just going directly into things. Uranus, of course, in Aries is very impulsive, very random. So that electrifying energy runs into the start of this week, and it could mean some quarrels that occurred then are still being worked out as the week begins. But with Neptune and Mercury forging a very sweet link over the first couple of days, if we can try to see why people have reacted, not just how they've reacted, it can provide some very valuable insights and maybe help us to forgive a few things, let go and move on a little more positively. The other standout aspect this week concerns Venus. Now, Venus is in Scorpio at the moment, very passionate combination this, and it's angled to its modern ruler of Scorpio, of Pluto, which is based in the very traditional sign of Capricorn, suggests that there could be some much more direct communication around love interactions. And it could be that if somebody really comes into your world that you're keen on, that you may decide to just go for it, strip down the caution and just be much more direct. However, at the same time, it could be around existing relationships. Just it may be easier just to embrace and absorb the value, how much we care for the people who are really important in our lives. And that appreciation can bring us together. It just really depends on our unique circumstances. But if you're lucky enough to be in a relationship which is more physical, then intimacy can definitely be ramped up by this particular aspect. By Friday, however, it's the quarter moon, and the quarter moon in Pisces clashes with the Sun this time. This is a different type of right angle because it's the other side of the heavens from Jupiter. So what we have here essentially is a sense that the emotional side of life may be rather unclear. And of course, with Neptune continuing to clash with Saturn, and Saturn's very much about facts and figures in the sign of Sagittarius, and that clash has been going on since the start of November and will go on until the end of this month. Just be aware that we need to be as straightforward and logical as possible around the way we approach things. And the expansiveness of Sagittarius can kind of make those emotional details annoying, irritating, because they stop us, they make us pause. We have to consider what makes us feel secure, what makes us feel supported, just at a time of the year when maybe we want to let our hair down, have fun, and not think too much about the more serious side of emotional interaction. But that's really what that aspect is saying. Don't ignore the need to be clear about what we want in terms of our emotional lives. It's been a real pleasure being with you, and thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.